Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a back-to-back chart. This chart is also known or called as a butterfly chart or a tornado chart, and I've got other videos on different ways that you can create those charts. But I'm going to show you how to create this chart and make it out of basically two charts. This looks like one chart, but it's essentially two bar charts. I'll show you how that's done. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and copy this part of the table out. Control C to copy. Let me go ahead and bring it over here to sheet 2 here, and then I'm just going to paste it. And now let me go ahead and double click to automatically expand this. Let me go and type group A, and this would be group B. And I'm just going to go ahead and just put a function to randomly select numbers. So I'm going to use the rand function, right? And so this rand function, what it does is it automatically generates a number between 0 and 1, or close to 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and close parentheses. Since I selected this range of cells, I want to copy this formula to all of these 6 cells. All I need to do is press Control Enter. It enters the formula or the function in all these cells. So let me go ahead and just set the border here, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And I have this, and oops, let me go set the border here too. And I want to make this as a percentage, not keep as a decimal. I can use a keyboard shortcut, Control Shift the number 5. That's going to turn it into a percentage. Or let me go ahead and Control Z. If I didn't like keyboard shortcuts, I can go up here under Home and just click on the percentage icon command here. Now what I want to do now is I want to just chart group A, this column of this range of cells, and then also chart group B, this range of cells, for a different chart. So I'm going to go and select chart A first, and I'm going to go under Insert and go and select my bar chart. And I'm going to select 2D bar chart and bring it over here. I'm going to move this over here and go ahead and select group B now, and go to Insert and put a bar chart over here. So now I've got kind of the beginnings of this chart. So let me go and just move this over here, and maybe move this over here for now. And what I want to do is I want to make this particular line, or these group of bars, go over here, start from the right instead of starting from the left. This one's fine. I want to have it keep there, but I want to have this start from the right. So what I want to do is I'm going to click the axis, right click, and go into Format Axis. And what I want to do is make the values in reverse order. So click on that, and what it's going to do is it's going to put those in reverse order now. Now basically I've got the bar charts oriented in the way I want it. So what I want to do is I want to do some cleanup. I'm going to go ahead and remove the axis here. Click on that, press delete, click on this and press delete, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of make this kind of uniform. Let's make this, since we're talking about percentages and these could change, I'm going to go ahead and make them the same for both charts. So let me go and click on the x-axis here and have the maximum at 1, which would be 100%, and then click on the chart here, and you can see it's at 0.7. Let me kind of move this over here a little bit. You can see it's at 0.7, 70%. I'm going to go ahead and make that 1, and click over here, and it'll update the chart here. So what else I can do? What I want to do is, if I click outside it, you can see that there's a border here, and I want to get rid of that border. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same for both of them. So click on that. This border here, I'm going to say no line, and do the same here. Click on this chart here and click no line. Right? And I'm going to put the text here. So there's the text here for feels good about the economy. The second one is thinks aliens exist, and the green tea one is the third one here. So I'm going to have to put text boxes here. So let me go ahead and insert a text box. Go to Insert, Insert Text Box. Let me kind of draw it out here, right? And once I draw it out, what I want to do is I don't want to type this over again. Since it's already typed here, I'm just going to go ahead and reference it. So up here in the formula bar, just put equal sign and click on cell A4. You can see that it looks for cell A4, and what it's going to do, it's going to bring the contents of cell A4 into this text box. Once I press Enter, you'll see that it's there. Let me go ahead and kind of increase the length here. Oops, increase the width or the height so it could fit. So here, let me go ahead and format it a little bit. Maybe I don't want it to be 2 lines. Maybe I just want it to be 1 line. So let me go ahead and kind of spread that out a little bit. and maybe I need to spread this chart out. No, let's see, and then let me move this over. Let's see, that looks okay. And I'm going to go ahead and center the text here. So I'm going to go ahead and select the box, text box, click on center. Now that that is centered, I can probably move this up a little bit more now. So you see that since I moved this over, I didn't really move it too well because this looks a little bit lower. You can see the line here, and the line here is on top. So I can try to figure out how to do it, but what you can do is you can select that, press the control key, select that other, and go under format and just have it automatically align. So we want to align it to the top. So whichever one is the highest one, it's going to align it to, right? So I'm going to go ahead and align to the top. It's aligned right now. And I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here. Let me go ahead and just create the other ones first before I do a little bit more. So what I can do is I can go ahead and click on insert text box and just put another one here, but why not, since I already done some formatting here, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. Select that, press Control D, it's going to make a duplicate of it. I'm going to bring this over here, and you can see that it's also brought in the reference to that cell. I'm going to change this. So instead of A4, we're going to go to A3, press enter, you can see that it's changed there, and let me go ahead and press Control D to copy that and kind of bring it over here. And since it references A3, I can go ahead and just select that and click there, but I know that the next one's going to be A2, so I'm just going to delete that, press A2, press enter, and now it's done it correctly. Now the rest of it is I want to be able to kind of align this to the different charts here. So I'm going to move it over here a little bit, and maybe just kind of start to align that over here a little bit, and make that line over here so it kind of looks like it is very close to it. Now I'm going to bring this one over here and kind of move it there. Let's see how that looks. Let's see if I can align things a little bit better. That's okay. What I can do now is I don't want the gray boxes there, so I'm going to go ahead and select. I can select actually each of these, right? And since I've got my format shape available, if this wasn't available, what you can do is you can go ahead and right-click the format object. It will bring it back up, and I don't want a line, so I remove that line. You can see now it's gone. Now the grid lines here make it a little bit hard to see how it would look nicely, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and just remove those grid lines. Go under View and just uncheck the grid lines, and you can see now that it is looking a little bit better. And what I want to do now is I want to kind of encapsulate this chart into a border, right, to make it look a little bit nicer. Let me go ahead and close this format shape. So in the Insert tab, I'm going to go ahead and insert a shape, go under Shapes, and I like this rounded rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of draw it out. Draw out the rounded rectangle here. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. You can see that it's created a rounded rectangle, but with the default color. So that no need to worry about that. I can go ahead and just go under the shape fill, and I'll make that no fill. And for the shape outline, let me just go ahead and select maybe a gray and give it a bigger weight or higher weight, or maybe a smaller weight. Let me try a half point. All right, and now I've got that. Now one thing that you'll notice is if you wanted to take this and move it around, if I move that around, it didn't move everything. It just moved that shape. If I wanted to move, let me go ahead and Control Z to undo that move. So if I didn't know and I just kind of selected and moved that, and you can see it just moved this particular chart. I wanted to move everything. So what I need to do is I need to group everything. Let me go ahead and Control Z to undo that. What I want to do is I want to group everything. So when I group everything, it becomes one group, and I can just move it all at once. So I can select this, I can press Control key, select that, select that, select that, and select that, and go ahead and right click and group, right? And it'll group everything together. Let me go ahead and Control Z to undo that. But if I had a lot of stuff here to group, an easier way to do that, if these were the only things I needed to group, if everything on my worksheet here I wanted to group, since I kind of laid them all out, what I can do is I can go into Find Select and then go to Special, and then I want to go to and select Objects. Click OK. It's selected all the objects there. I don't have to do one by one now, and I can just right click. Oops, right click. Oops, let me try that again. Let me go and Find Select, go to Special and Objects. Click OK, and just select one of the objects. Right click it and then I can group it now. So it's all grouped as one. So I can click outside, click in there, and then I can kind of move this around. I can select that and kind of move it around. And everything moves as a group, so I can move this back. So this gives me the ability to copy this and probably put it into a PowerPoint, or I can move this onto another sheet if I wanted to, and it will still reference this. So I can take this, I can do Control X to cut it. Let me go ahead and open another sheet here, Control V to paste, and this shows up in a different sheet. Let me go ahead and get rid of the grid lines here. And whatever I change here, if I go ahead and calculate this, let me go ahead and recalculate this. Let me go into formulas, calculate now. Since this is a random function, it's going to give me a different number here. You can see that now the numbers have changed. This has also changed. You can see this also changed. Actually, I kind of like to bring this back. Control X to copy. Whoops. Select this, Control X to copy, and then bring it back here. And then you can see that if I've updated this, if I do calculate now, you can see that this particular back-to-back chart has also updated it. So creating this is kind of nice here, because if you created this as a template, you can plug in different numbers here and different text here, and it will reflect on your particular template or your chart here. That is your back-to-back chart. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.